In this video, we're going to be talking about Bitcoin. We're going to be analyzing the price of Bitcoin, basically giving a technical analysis upon price action and seeing where price is heading, as price is currently up 0.94% at the time of recording. You can see here on CoinMarketCap. But before we get straight into the video, please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as I'm trying to hit 600 subs. As well as that, before investing into Bitcoin, please do your own research, as I'm not a financial advisor. So looking on CoinMarketCap, you can see here that on the chart provided, that Bitcoin did hit the low of pretty much 38.45k. This was around about the earlier on during the day, and then from then onwards we pretty much had the break of structure and then make it a higher high essentially, and then we had a higher low and then a higher high, pretty much making bullish trend essentially, which is really nice to see. Yeah, so if we go over to the weekly to see how price is pretty much how price is going over on the weekly, you can see here that pretty much Bitcoin's just been an accumulation schematic, and then we had a distribution, and then it looks like we're having another accumulation, but it does look like it's a redistribution. Price could possibly come back up into this supply zone, and then from that on we could pretty much take out all the liquidity base below here and the double top essentially here. So we're just gonna have to wait and see. But if we do go over to TradingView to have a bit more in-depth analysis, so yeah, you can see here how there's been an accumulation, distribution, and it looks like we could be having another distribution. But I'm just going to have to wait and see on how price reacts once it takes out this liquidity zone. But it is a very strong demand zone, as it's been tested once and twice, and price has pretty much respected it, let's be real. But if we drop into lower time frames to see how price is pretty much moving, pretty much was a little accumulation schematic from here onwards. You can see here that we did have the selling climax, the secondary test, and then we had the secondary test in phase B, and then from here you could call this a spring, and then you could call this the retest essentially. But but the main reason I would call this a spring, as we did have a break of structure, pretty much breaking structure, and then from then onwards we did have the huge drop, pretty much not respecting this demand zone, which possibly would have been the best area to enter upon. We did have a reaction from it, but nothing major occurring, and then from then onwards we did pretty much drop down even lower, and then we had looks like we had another accumulation schematic within this. You could say that this is an accumulation schematic. So yeah, you can see here the selling climax, the secondary test, the secondary test in phase B, and then the spring, and then you could call this the retest essentially, as there is a demand zone within this area. You could possibly call this one this demand zone. Yep, so this is a demand zone, and then we're gonna have to wait and see on how price respects it or not. As you know how the overall market is, you could possibly even say that this is another reaccumulation occurring. You can see liquidity based upon this, and we did have this huge spike, which therefore did take out all the liquidity, and pretty much all the equal highs essentially, and then there was equal lows that price did take out, and in order for that we did have the initial uprise, as there was more buyers essentially, and then from then onwards looks like price will slowly come back down. But we failed to pretty much close above this, so therefore, which is showing a sign of weakness essentially. But we're just gonna have to wait and see on how price overall reacts when it comes into this demand zone, as this is a key level. But what can we say about the weekly for the week coming? Let me just quickly take out all of this. So yeah, what can we expect? So you can see here that price has pretty much respected this demand zone from here. This is a very strong demand zone. It's been tapped in once, twice, 3 times essentially, and it looks like we could possibly make a new higher high, possibly even reaching up to 45.9k, but we're gonna have to wait and see. Or we could have another leg towards the downside, possibly even taking out all of the liquidity around the 28.9k region. So it's a bit of a sticky one still for Bitcoin, but we're just gonna have to wait and see and how price is. As you know, Bitcoin is the most volatile as of right now, as the current real life situations as well with Ukraine and Russia. So yeah, hopefully you enjoyed the video. Please leave a like, comment, and subscribe, as I'm trying to hit 600 subs. Peace.